My name is Marcus Smith.
And I'm Erik Rahtjen.
And we are both software developers at Stable Kernel, which is a mobile consultancy in Atlanta. We've both done full stack Dart applications for clients that we've got live now. For the web, we're using Angular Dart, which you're all familiar with. For the back end, we're using Aqueduct, which is a back-end framework that we've developed for Dart. It's HTTP, multi-threaded, object-oriented. We've got our own ORM. It's got built-in OAuth 2, and it all runs just kind of Dart VM on the server. And we're here today to kind of go over briefly how we are deploying these full-stack Dart applications on Google Cloud using Docker and Kubernetes. So Docker, if you're not familiar with it, is a containerization service that helps you pack. It's a lightweight way of packaging up your code and all of its dependencies in a way that can be consistently run on any kind of machine. So you don't need to worry if it's Linux or Windows or Mac or anything else. And to build your application into a Docker image, you just use a Docker file. And this is extremely easy for both Angular and Aqueduct applications because Google provides a base Dart image, which for Angular you can use as a build environment, and then we tend to run ours in an Nginx Docker image after that. And Aqueduct is able to just use the Dart base image. And all of this is fairly boilerplate to where we tend to use the same one for every project with maybe just a minor tweak or so. And then Erik's going to tell you about Kubernetes.
So Kubernetes is a container orchestration service. It basically takes your Docker images and it takes your applications in Docker images and deploys them out onto a series of nodes called a cluster. It manages the deployment rules. So say if you needed, if you didn't ever want a container of yours to be using more than 50% CPU, it would go ahead and launch another one. Or if it needed to provision a new node, it could go ahead and handle that too. Additionally, it handles internal networking between your applications. So it'll go ahead and set up all the routing between those for you. And it also handles all external communications as well.
I think the most appealing thing for me about Kubernetes is you're just defining the rules for how you want your deployment to be. So in programming terms, it'd be all declarative instead of imperative. You just tell it, here's how I want my deployment to be. I want it to have 3 Aqueduct servers running, or no more than 5, no less than 3, and here's the parameters I want it to run in. And it manages all the hard parts of getting them set up and getting the right state. And what this really boils down to is you get to spend more time developing your applications and less time doing DevOps, while still getting all the benefits of, professional DevOps engineers who put together Kubernetes and Google Cloud and whatever else.
One of the great things about Kubernetes is it's open source. It's already super robust, so it's easy to define a lot of complex rules. But if it doesn't meet your demands, you can go ahead and extend it yourself. It is usable by any cloud provider, not just Google Cloud, but I don't know why you'd be a traitor, especially when it works out so well with Google Cloud. So one of the things that enables you to do is it's consistent across sort of any of these providers or across your own bare metal. So maybe Google Cloud doesn't provide a database server that has 10,000 gigs of RAM or whatever, and you want to use that. So you can go ahead and do that, and Kubernetes can manage doing those types of things. It's self-healing, which is really neat. So if your applications crash, it's going to go ahead and relaunch the application. And additionally, it can kind of take different applications and figure out, can a node have 8 of them running? Is it capable of doing that? Okay, I'll pack 8 onto that one. Or maybe this node can only have 4. So it can figure all that out for you. It handles SSL certificates as well and TLS termination using native load balancers to the cloud providers.
So we know it's kind of a lot to really cover in depth in a 5-minute talk, but on our blog at stablekernel.com/blog, we've kind of got some walkthroughs on setting up Kubernetes and running all the way through in Google Cloud. We've got documentation up for Aqueduct as well.
Yeah.
And then we're also, if you want to develop Dart full-time, we are hiring, so end on the good news.
Yep.